Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me see where my settings are at. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Oh my goodness. Welcome. Hey Bo, I see you. Hey, is it Elsa Williams? I lurked and but was gifted membership, so I guess I'll enter the chat. Welcome, love. Thank you for coming here. You guys, we did start early. So those notifications are going to take a minute to get out there. But while we wait, I let the people know. Ooh, we already got 29 likes. Girl, have mercy. Look at we live now. I typed in we lice now. No, we're live now. I don't know how I got lies to live. Live now. We're live now. What is everybody doing today? What are y'all drinking on? What's going on? It is Friday. I hope you guys are like treating yourselves. I gotta shout out some of the people. Let me let the Discord know that we are live. I had to push back because you guys know I work for Baby Bunny, and she tells me when we go live. We are live now. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. I appreciate everybody. Welcome everybody. Thank you guys. Oh, my nose is a little runny. Shout out to everybody. You guys, the weather is changing. Things are changing. It's changing. All right. It's very much changing. So I got to shout out some people. I don't know if is Sylvia in the chat yet? Y'all, let me know if Sylvia's in the chat. You said, yeah, she was. Man, I've been on PTO chilling and doing absolutely nothing. Well, let me tell you guys while we wait for these notifications to go out, okay? You guys know I love tahine and I love cucumbers and I love water. And so I do my own little version of like a version margarita, right? Like there's no alcohol. I would love to have some alcohol, but I can't have some alcohol. Um and I just miss it. But I do my own little version of alcohol. And what I do is simply cucumbers, water, crystal light, lemonade crystal light, and put some tahini in it. And it's just like a refreshing kind of drink. But of course, it needs a little bit of, I don't know, cazadores. It needs a little bit of jimador. It needs a little something. It needs a little Patron. It definitely but this will do. This will do. It's just refreshing. That's all. Yes, y'all drop some. You said tahine. Yes, you already know how it is. Tahine. You guys have been so busy today. So I went to, while we wait for people to get in here and those notifications to go out, because I just started, I went to the Apple store and had to get my video editor thing going, fixed up again, which it did. Thank God. But you know how like when you go to the, I don't know if y'all have Apple phone, y'all probably have like Androids. I've had Androids, but you know how when you go to like the Apple store and it's like it just seems like the updates keep updating. It never stops updating. The upgrades never stop. You can never, like, I'm still on the iPhone 13 Pro Max and they're on the 16. And I don't, I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? It's like I can't catch up with Apple sometimes. I can't. I'm not ready to upgrade to two more generations or two more years. I'm just saying, I'm saying. Okay, let me see what you guys say. Have you tried You Relax? It's a nice non-alcoholic alternative. Gives you a chill, but really? Where do I get that, Belen? Belen, you're gonna have to tell me where to get that. Never tried it. Never tried it. Mac Tonight says, I hate the updates. Sometimes I don't update. I hate the updates. And then if you get like a really crappy update, Crafty Emily's like, girl, I'm still on the iPhone. I had the iPhone X before I went to the 13. Yeah, send me the link. Girl, send me I'm down for anything with a buzz. Ooh, with the buzz. I do miss a buzz. Every once in a while I'll miss a buzz. Maybe I don't know, we'll see. You said you have Apple updates constant. I have the 13 Pro Max too. Really? That's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like I just got this phone. And I'm already like 2 years, 3 years behind. How? And so, anyways, so I go there to go fix my MacBook to get this editor going and whatnot. And um, which was fine. The computer's running great, but at some point I'm gonna have to figure something out and maybe get a little update. Now, Sylvia, where's Sylvia at? Yo, I need you guys to drop some hearts for Sylvia, because let me tell you guys what Sylvia did. Sylvia, you did the most. All right, let me show you all what Sylvia did. Sylvia, immediately when Baby Bunny saw this, and she's got like Diddy has sent her stuff too. Thank you guys for sending her stuff. But this right here, this is a farm animal storyboard. So of course we had to take all the little pieces out and hang up the little storyboard. And she like it's like Velcro. So she Velcros the farm. That's what she does. So thank you so much. And then Sylvia blessed us again, and she got me another monitor, which I appreciate you, Sylvia, so much, because now we have we have the main screen and then 2 screens on the side, which is, oh my God, I feel like I'm working back in government when I had like 4 screens and I felt like I was operating everything. It was y'all don't even know when you're streaming how wonderful multiple monitors are, like just beautiful. But I had to go and spend for this, which I'm still trying to figure out how to hook this up. So this has the 2 cords for the 2 HDMI monitors. This thing was like $80. And it's supposed it does what my one monitor does, only it's supposed to make it bigger. I'm supposed to like download things to it. So that's what I'm working on now. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm like trying to get it downloaded. So hopefully we'll get it downloaded soon. Thank you, Sylvia. And she got Baby Bunny the cutest little shoes. Yo, I got to show you guys. I put it on the Discord. Let me see if I can pull up the picture here. Y'all gonna see Baby Bunny's feet. And leggings. Oh my God. Like she just Baby Bunny's too much. Immediately she saw and she was like, I want those. And Baby Bunny's a girly girl, you guys. Like, you don't even know. Very much so. Let me show you guys. See if I can pull it up. Oh, it's not gonna let me pull up the picture. No. See, I think I'm doing too much on my computer recently, trying to get everything going. No. It's not gonna let me do it. It won't let me pull up the picture. Anyways, but it's in the Discord. Y'all saw it. It's Baby Bunny with her new. Maybe I could pull the Discord. Hold up. Maybe I'll do that. With her new little here it is. See if I can show you guys. She immediately loved these. You guys, I was like, those are Baby Bunny chanclas. There she is. Y'all can see that? Hey, BJ. I need a pair of those. I saw those on Baby Bunny. Those are cute. They are. So they're little bunny, little like, they look like Crocs. Kinda. They're very cute. Ain't that cute? Aren't they cute? Yes, and she got her the leggings too. Thank you, thank you. Sylvia got her la chanclas. Thank you. Thank you, Sylvia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to BJ. I see her in the chat. Make sure you guys drop some hearts for BJ. Baby Bunny is very much a girly girl. You guys, in comparison to me, I am not a girly girl whatsoever. We are 2 opposites. I was more of a tomboy growing up. So I have a girly girl in my hands. So I have to figure out how to make things work with her, because I could see her like dragging me to go shopping, to go get the nails done and the yada, and I'm like, oh man, I have to. It's like God gave me the opposite of what he thought I was. He's like, no, you have tomboy, your child's gonna be a girly girl. Now you're gonna have to deal with it. And it's funny because my mom is a girly girl too. So my mom and I were very opposite to each other. So yeah, so it was like he said to my mom, listen, I'm gonna give you a tomboy kind of girl. And then Baby Bunny is a girly girl. So I don't know. We'll have to deal. But it is what it is. I'm just saying. Yes, tell me I'm you. Thank you, Coop. She's too much, yo. I'm telling you. And then she tells me she wants to go shopping. I want to go shopping. Shopping. What do you mean you want to go shopping? So the Apple store is at the mall where I got my Apple computer repaired. And so we went to the mall. And I haven't been to the mall in a long, long ass time. I want to go shopping, mama. I want to go shopping. That's what she says. Shopping. Like, oh girl. Okay, whatever. I'm just saying. I know she's got 70,000 subscribers and she don't even know it yet. Oh man, that's true. That's true. You said my friend's daughter is like a baby bunny, but she's not a girly girl. Really? Pika, she's too much, you guys. I'm telling you, like she is a handful. So yeah, you're Iron Rabbit. There you go. So my mom, grandma gets baby bunny girly things. For me, I am a tomboy. Give me some Pumas, give me some Adidas, give me the Nikes, like that give me the Chucks. I love that. For her, no. She likes the blingy little shoes with the little sprinkly twinkly lights, the pink stuff. So yeah, she's a girly girl. Shout out to her. Yes. Melly, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you for gifting memberships. You guys, if you got a membership from my supporter here, please put a heart in the chat, please, and thank you, thank you. Do y'all notice something? We're not vertical. We're not vertical. Hello, we're not vertical. So I want to hear y'all say it. Hallelujah, we're not vertical. Okay, because you guys do the most. All right, for those that did not want me to go vertical tonight. I said, all right, then I guess we'll do horizontal, whatever y'all want. We doing it. Okay. It is what it is. Daisy's like, yay. Rejoice. Whatever. Look at Susie Q is like, hallelujah. Tell me how y'all really feel. Oh my God. You guys lie to my face. Y'all were like, we're good vertical. We can deal. We can handle. Yeah, right. I swear y'all be doing, you guys are too two-faced for me. You wouldn't tell me the truth. Thank me. He was like, any position will do. Ha ha ha. What does that mean? It's not vertical. So what you might call it, BJ, how YouTube is currently, I don't know if you know this, but I'm pretty sure you do. YouTube is pushing creators to stream like TikTok at this point, right? And so what they do is that they're pushing a lot of views your way, and they're pushing for people to go that route, which it's nice and everything, but if you have like an audience or like a following that likes horizontal, it's a different shift for everybody. So I'll save that. I'll say that. So I said the people want horizontal landscape, land stupid scape. I will give it to them. Whatever, y'all. Whatever. Okay. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody. Thank you guys for yes, and by the way, you're right, Jenny. There's limitations with vertical streaming. So, but I do appreciate y'all hanging out with me and dealing with me. I really do. Any experimental stuff. I mean, it got so bad. I got emails of people telling me that they were going to unsubscribe because I was going vertical. And I said, "Oh my God, not the subscription." Yep, there you go. Yeah. They're pushing. So what they do is that so if you're going live and it's everybody's on the same topic, they're gonna push all those vertical streamers more than the horizontal. It's a thing that they're doing on YouTube now at this point. But they didn't send out an email, just so everybody's aware. So for those that are not aware, they didn't send out an email. Yes, verticals is fine for a quick update. I would agree. And there's a shitload of trolls in there. You know what I mean? Yes, Chico, you're right. You're right. Yep. So joke's on them. Now they can't watch you at all. Right? Oh my gosh. I'll be here even if Rabbit is upside down. Thank you. Thank you. Not only did I get a formal announcement of their departure, I get a formal email of their departure. I said, oh, yeah. I don't respond when I get emails like that. I sit there and I said, y'all don't have no manners. Whatever. It is what it is. But anyways, as I'm working on my setting here for this new screen that we're about to install, shout out to you guys. Let me see if I can get. So we got some Diddy stuff going on. Let's get started, y'all, because we got to get started. It's Friday and I don't want to keep everybody up. Shout out to everybody in the chat. So Sean Diddy Combs mix star-studded bashes with raucous freak-out sex parties after VMA and Super Bowl videos reveal. So I don't know if you guys watch a little bit of BJ Investigates. I know she's in the chat. You guys, if you're wanting to get kind of more of the breakdowns on the legal stuff, is why I love going over there, because literally the girl does it in 12, 13 minutes and she's giving you everything that you need to know. Like, that's why I'm like, girl, we need more of that instead of like the lengthy lives. Because, some of us, we're not attorneys, or, we didn't go to law school, but it is helpful to have just like the little itsy bitsy little things of like, just the legal stuff that is helpful for us to know right at that moment. So, she gave us a quick little breakdown. I definitely recommend that you guys watch it. It sounds like there's arguments back and forth about whether it's, about knowing, disclosing information, who's at fault. Diddy's legal team is really, really pushing for people to be silenced and be, gagged and whatnot. I mean, that's a thing. It's a lot happening overall. Now, listen, in the last 2 weeks, we've had like lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit drop. Okay. I want to know how many lawsuits are going to drop more this week. Let me know. Yes, that's surprise. That's more than that surprise witness. How many more lawsuits are going to drop this week? Because we had like 7 last week and we're still waiting to hear on the other 2. Then there was 6 on the other week, the week before that. Then it was like a week. There was another one that was dropped by what is it? What's her name? Ariel Mitchell Kid. What happened to her? And the shopping of the sex tapes. I think we're all checking Pacer at this point to find out if there's going to be more lawsuits this week. Let me know. Yeah, I'm just saying. The count is too high. The count, it just keeps going. But anyways, they are dropping like it's hot. So Sean Diddy Combs freak-offs often coincide, with the biggest star-studded parties at the height of his fame, with at least 3 wild sex parties taking place hours after major events, according to a trove of video files and documents viewed exclusively by the Post. So I guess the New York Post was given a bunch of Diddy documents, Diddy videos, Diddy stuff. Where are they getting these documents? Where are they getting these files? Where are people getting this stuff? That's what I want to know. Because we'll want to know. Now, by the way, there has been at least, I don't know, BJ, if there's been at least 2. Ooh, yes, balloons. There's been at least 2 lawsuits that we know have been like, one of them I think was like dismissed. There was something to do with their filing on a technicality, but they can refile. And then there's another one that was dismissed, same stuff. And this is all Busby lawsuits, right? So I'm trying to figure out like where are the mistakes happening, and why are they happening? What's going on? It's literally, yeah, like another one, like another. Yes, Vegas. That's right. One after another. So, okay, so you're thinking that these videos are like dark web type of videos, right? Is that what you're saying? Yes, okay, and that is very true. Matter of fact, they just had a human trafficking bus. I think it was in Texas. They had one in Florida, and then they had one in Texas, and then there was one of a rapper in Florida. So, like, there's a lot of human trafficking stuff, conferences, press conferences, and then you just had the Abercrombie and Fitch situation. That situation, Queen, tell me what you don't believe. I don't believe it. Tell me. You let me know what you don't believe. Let me know in the chat. What don't you believe? That the feds would be knocking at the doors. You think so? Let me know what you mean. Okay, so apparently the Post has been watching these videos of orgies. The clip suggests that orgies, which federal prosecutors say sometimes involve women who were threatened or coerced to perform grueling hours-long sex acts, were happening just below the surface as Diddy rubbed elbows with the biggest names in Hollywood, like Leonardo DiCaprio. Think of the big names in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Those ones. Music and sports stars. Okay. In the early morning hours of August 29, 2005, the Diddy after party from the MTV VMAs was still going strong. Actress Eva Longoria chatted with Fergie. Is it Fergie? It is Fergie. What happened to Fergie? Anyways, in one corner, while Ice-T, Quincy Jones, and NASCAR great Jeff Gordon and Paris Hilton mingled with guests. So I guess this is a photo of one of the parties. I mean, there's a lot of familiar faces here. Yo, J-Lo, this is 2005. I think J-Lo had already separated. Queen, you think that this is random people with tapes? Raylan says they have been warning local women in the ATL about trafficking when the Super Bowl was happening. Raylan, sex trafficking and the Super Bowl go hand in hand. There has been way too much. I don't know about the Super Bowl, you guys. Look, I know some of y'all are football fans, okay? And you guys think that the NFL can do no wrong, and they are really good people in the NFL, which could be true. Could be true. Could be. But there's always something going on at the NFL. There's an organization, and I've talked about this organization before, where this organization is a nonprofit that puts bars of soap in the bathrooms of hotels, in the bathrooms of like the Super Bowl events and whatnot. And it has a phone number in these bars of soaps for those that are being trafficked so that they can call. It's a very easy number if they're trying to leave their situation, because there's a lot of data and a lot of research that supports that human trafficking events are like on high when it comes to the NFL. I don't know why. But it's true. It's very true. Yes, Layla. I've spoken about, I forgot the name of I always forget about the name of the organization, but I have talked about the organization before. And the reason I know about the organization is because when I was a social worker, working in government, I used to deal with a lot of this stuff. So I kind of knew the ins and outs of what was going on behind the scenes with this. I had some kids that were in the trafficking lists that we knew had some trafficking list involvement. And I can't really say a whole lot because those hearings were, private, and the events of that. I'm just saying it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. And it's very prevalent. And it is trafficking, not only sex trafficking, labor trafficking. It is in plain sight. You would be amazed how much in plain sight trafficking is. You wouldn't even know it. When you go get your nails done, you're getting your little massages, do your research. Okay? It's more prevalent. Okay? Especially labor trafficking. When you're going out, go to your little restaurants. Just saying. That's what I'm going to say about that. I'm not going to say any more than that because I can't. Okay. So Combs had hosted the VMAs, and his after parties was the hottest ticket in town that night. Okay, so we all know this. I mean, everybody was wanting to get an invite to these parties. That's what it sounds like, But one by one, the celebrities left the parties, and there's no indication that they knew about or were involved in what happened next. So clearly, some of these tapes, these files, have been leaked to the Post, right? Because people are watching them. When I told you guys, I said my elbow's itching, you guys. I have a feeling. I have a feeling that we're going to see a celebrity S tape here pretty soon, and they probably didn't even know that they were being filmed. But that would make them a victim of that, right? Like, I have a feeling that this is going to happen. Yeah, I said that. You said somebody accused their mother, Linda, of S trafficking in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, I remember that. And to my knowledge, no investigation has taken place. I am not surprised. I'm going to say that. But like I said, that it's more prevalent, y'all. You got to open your eyes. That's what I'm going to say about that. And that is no lie. Okay. Thank you, Mamacita. Yes, I think it's called SOAP, the SOAP Project. Thank you for saying that's the name of it, because they leave soap bars at the bathrooms at various events, concerts, NFL stuff, basketball. Like, if you see, you'll see, and I've seen them before, you'll see like soap bars, and it's got like little numbers in there so that whoever is being held up against their will, they're able to call that number and they'll get some level of support. Yes, very important. Y'all don't even know whose life you could be saving with that. Okay. All right. You said if your palm itches, your hand itches, it means money is coming. What does it mean for the elbow? Girl, I don't know, man. I thought I needed some Eucerin, but I don't think that's the case. I don't need Eucerin. But I'm just saying, I just have a feeling because it's already been the talk of the blog town that things are going to get leaked. I'm waiting. Somebody's going to get something leaked. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. It's a matter of a who in the matter of time at this point. Okay. It means you need baby oil. Lord, no, it doesn't. Believe it or not, I have a baby and I don't have baby oil. Let's go say about that. Okay. As two white men took turns having sex with a very young black woman who clearly had white powder under her nose. So this is details of a tape, okay? Diddy could be seen in the background wearing a white t-shirt with the words "God is the greatest" written in black. The same shirt he was photographed wearing at the VMAs after party. Oh, you mean this shirt right here? Oh, shit. You're kidding, right? Hold up. Let me see if I can blow this up. This shirt right here. Dang. Okay. So the post is basically explaining that they have had copies and they know what's going on in those tapes and who might be involved. Okay. So in here, it's saying that you could see two white men who took turns having sex with the very young. Oh, I hate the word like very young doesn't give you an age, but like what the hell? Like my mind can't help but wonder whether it's very young, like what? Very young, like able to consent, or very young, like a minor, or very young what? Very young what? Okay, I just can't help it. Okay, so she had white powder under her nose. Diddy could be seen in the background wearing a white t-shirt with the words "God is the greatest" written in black, the same shirt he was photographed wearing at the VMAs after party. And another clip from the night, a couple had loud sex on a table as a group of well-dressed people stood around. People are just having sex everywhere and everybody's just watching? Huh? Gosh. The video reviewed by the Post. So these are videos that the Post is watching. I told you guys we were going to be leaking stuff. The video reviewed by the Post are part of the same archives that included footage that appear to show Diddy having sex with a much younger male A-lister. Who? Who? We won't know. The video has been shopped around for sale to news outlets for more than oh my God, by more than one purported seller. Like the attorneys that are going around? Who? I know, right, Kim? We're like, who is at this party right here? Well, it's a young male. I mean, it's a lot of people. She looks familiar. I don't know who she is, but she looks familiar. You got this girl right here. I mean, it's definitely given millennial. Hold up. Let me see. What else does it say? So this was like files that I guess was given to the Post. This is the same party. Eva Longoria was there. Yes, she was. Hold up. Oh, and there's Paris. And who's this guy right here? And this guy looks familiar. But they're all there. They're all hanging out. Okay. So there's Ice-T. Oh my God. And there's Quincy. There you go. So let's keep reading, okay? Because this is becoming way too much. All right. So where I leave off at. Okay, wait. So a young woman, you could see a male A-lister. The video has been shopped around for sale. In the files, some of the videos are undated or the dates are clearly incorrect, but other files have dates that consist with verified details of events, locations, and clothing that Diddy and others were wearing. However, many of the videos have dates that have been corroborated with star-studded events, including the 2004 and 2005 VMAs in Miami and in 2005 Super Bowl in Jacksonville. After each of these events, Diddy appeared to have thrown a wild orgy. I mean, Yeah, okay. The alleged behavior is consistent with similar allegations in a lawsuit filed earlier this week, in which a woman alleged that Diddy and a female celebrity arred her when she was just 13. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Interesting. We're talking about that. Oh, Squid says, I am shooketh. This news is so much, I can't even keep my AirPods in my ears. The alleged behavior is consistent with similar allegations filed by the 13-year-old alleged victim, okay? Following the 2000 VMA Awards at Radio City Music Hall in New York. Diddy's attorneys, of course, denied the allegations. All right, we know that. During the weekend of Super Bowl in Jacksonville, February 2005, Diddy threw a star-studded gala with attendings like Ashton Kutcher, Ashley Simpson, and Girls Gone Wild Joe Francis. Get the F out of here. Nasty, disgusting Joe Francis, who has been supported by the Kardashians. The Joe Francis who ran away from Mexico and his family had to put a gazillion restraining orders against him. That Joe Francis. That Joe Francis. And Canvas and Crime, thank you so much for gifting my love. If you guys got a membership from my supporter, put a heart in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. That Joe Francis. Are y'all surprised? I am not. Joe Francis was accused, and I think he even went to trial. I'm not even sure. I can't even remember the details of this trial. But in Florida, he committed some stuff with minors as well. Okay? So I'm not at all surprised whatsoever. Okay. And by the way, like I said, he ran away to Mexico. He doesn't want to be involved. He's being over there. He's over there. Okay. Still living in this idea that he's got this old ass website where the Kardashians are promoting his little resort beach place. Disgusting. So hours later, the party seemingly moved to a 2 million mansion in nearby Sawgrass, which Diddy rented for a reported 20,000 per week. In one video, two men have sex with each other while the sounds of laughter echoes throughout the room. It later appears that Diddy himself took part in the action that night and held the camera from his point of view while he appeared to engage in sex with women. Oh my God. Again, there's no indication that his Super Bowl party guests knew about the orgy that took place afterwards. So when they say this, they're saying that they didn't even know that they were being filmed. Okay. These are VMA dancers. I got to go down. So federal officials raided the home. We know that. I'm trying to see if there's any new information about this because we got to jump over. Here it is. It is unclear whether the videos that the Post has viewed are part of the Fed's case. I hope not, because wouldn't that be isn't that what Agnifilo is saying about the situation with the Feds leaking information? I mean, this better not be the same information that the Feds have, because if it is the same information from the Feds, then I definitely feel like people can be in trouble for this. You know what I mean? That's crazy, you guys. It's unclear whether the videos that the Post has viewed are part of the Fed's case, but officials say they confiscated hundreds of videos from Combs' hard drives and devices, some of which included freak-off parties. Okay. But these are consistent with the videos we have. A federal law enforcement source who is involved with the investigation said after hearing descriptions of the scenes in the videos that the Post viewed. I don't know if that's a good thing. Just about everything you can imagine was happening at his parties. Now, our job is to determine whether this was consensual for everyone involved. Well, this article is already talking about people being taped without knowing. So to me, right there's no consent right there. Can you imagine? Okay. I'm a celebrity and I went to a Diddy party and I'm participated in the freak offs. But I, did whatever with somebody that was, I'm thinking everybody's consenting, right? We're thinking everybody's here consenting. But then come to find out that I'm being filmed. I didn't know I was being filmed. I didn't consent to be filmed. Therefore, there is no consent. Like, I don't think that there's consent there, right? It seems like everything's so like, was it transactional at some point? And then he's taking videos of people in these freak offs and they're not even knowing. And then he's keeping these videos. And then what is he doing with these videos? Is he just storing them there to see who's going to watch him? Like, I'm just so curious about how all this is working and how it works. That's all. Like, how and and how many videos are we talking about? Exactly. Because this is no way. There's no way. I know, right? Everything you can imagine, right, Kim? It's that narrative. All right. So then it says, now our job is to determine whether this was consensual for everyone involved, if anyone has been trafficked, and what the laws have been broken. In the videos viewed by the Post, the identities of most of the participants are unknown, but the feds believe that at least some of the victims in the videos they've obtained were coerced to perform. Well, I mean, if they were drugged, if they were filmed, I swear, this is why you don't vote for what the hell your celebrity is telling you, your favorite celebrity is telling you to go vote for. Like, don't do it. Vote or die. Okay? Like, this is why I went off on that other person yesterday talking about who am I going to vote for. Don't do it. You should not care about who I vote for. You shouldn't care about what celebrity votes for what. You go vote for whomever you want to vote because you've done the adequate research about the candidate that you want to support. That's what this is about. Don't be influenced by somebody on the internet or somebody who's being paid to have you vote for somebody. Don't do it. Okay? Look at where we're at. His shirt says, vote or die. I'm just saying. Don't let these people influence you. Okay. So let's see. This is the end of the article. I think I've read most of the stuff that needed to be at least read. But apparently, law enforcement, it says, and I quote, "It's sick shit," the law enforcement told the Post. "Look, if this were just him having sex parties with a bunch of horny adults, we wouldn't be having this conversation. That's perfectly legal. But that's not what we're talking about. This man is a predator." And that is what law enforcement told the Post. Okay? That's what law enforcement told the Post. They said he's a predator. I'm just going to say that. Okay? And this lemon water with cucumbers and tahini is great. It just needs some alcohol. But it's okay. It's okay for a Friday. Mm-hmm. Anyways, moving on. We got to talk about this one. Y'all ready to get mad? On a Friday night? Y'all ready to be upset? You guys gonna get mad? We ready? Because so Piers, back on the Diddy stuff, right? And I had to bring this up. I swear, Piers is like a really I like giving commentary on some of the things that he says and he does because he does the most. Okay, so Piers decides to interview. I think her name is, I don't want to get it wrong, but is it Mylah Morales? Mylah Morales. That's who it is. So Mylah Morales was Cassie Ventura's makeup artist for many years. She's actually spoken out before. She's been interviewed. But this specific interview, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. It didn't it was off. This interview was off. So let's go ahead and hit play. Let's give some commentary. Now let me get my headphones on because let me know what you guys think about this, okay? Let's give commentary.
5 years or so, yes.
And how much time did you spend with him?
I spent a lot of like, obviously I did his male grooming. So we did a lot of, it was strictly professional, and we spent video shoots, photo shoots. I traveled the world with Kim and Sean because, he invented the he invented the entourage. So I would travel with Kim and Puff to Saint-Tropez to make sure that Kim was ready for the paparazzi.
And what was he like? I mean, when you were around him then, albeit this is quite a long time ago, 20 years ago, but what was your assessment, being that close to him for that length of time? What was your assessment of his character?
Well, Puff was a perfectionist, and he was just a completely hard worker. He wanted everything to look grandioso. And, you know, he taught me really everything I know about the industry, like as far as like, you know, being super professional, super just everything was so just grandioso.
Now, OK says, no way she worked with him from 2000 2005 in that capacity, didn't observe some kind of energy that made her think twice. And she did. She worked, and it was longer than that. I think she said it was like 20 plus years. She worked longer with him in that capacity, and she witnessed some stuff. Now, all right, before I say anything, let me go ahead and hit play because we're going to get into it. And I know some folks are going to feel some type of way about this.
But has your view now changed?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, this is 24 years later, and it's shocking to hear all these allegations. It's completely shocking.
Shocking to hear them? Is it surprising, given everything that you may have gleaned about him in that period?
It is surprising. Yes, it is. I mean, it's been, you know, hearing all of this. I mean, you know, I owe a lot to Puff with my career because, you know, I've worked with the biggest photographers in the world, the biggest directors in the world. And, you know, we would go to Paris Fashion Weeks.
And here's the deal is that Diddy is responsible for a lot of careers, right? Think about it. How many careers did not grow out of Diddy, whether you were in the industry, a musician, or maybe a photographer or something to that effect? Yeah, he made a lot of careers.
I mean, we were running around with like the biggest names in the business. So, you know, to hear all of this happening right now is it's shocking.
You see, the reason I'm curious why you find it that shocking is that in 2010, you were very close to Cassie as well. And we've seen this horrific video, which emerged last year on CNN from several years prior, where he literally...
She was very close to Cassie, and she witnessed some of the things that Cassie went through. Let's keep watching, okay?
I'm going to just let the viewers know where I'm going here. You know, there was this appalling video that we're now seeing where he literally beats her up in public, in a hotel, you know, on a floor of a hotel.
And she's talked about that too. She has talked about the fact that she was aware that Puffy was physical with Cassie. There was events where she would take her to the hospital, to the doctor, whatever. There's been times she has recounted, but she didn't speak out. Because nobody wants to lose their job, all right? So let's keep playing.
But in a public area. And it was absolutely despicable. Now, you said about that it wasn't a one-off, that when Cassie was beaten up on a separate occasion in 2010, you took her in, you said. We didn't even want to go to hospital, so I had a doctor friend of mine come and take a look at her. She was badly bruised, had knots on her head, and a black eye. We were scared. I still have PTSD talking about it. That's nearly 15 years ago. So my only question to you is, given what you witnessed then, given what you knew had happened, and given what we all then saw with the second incident on that horrific video, actually, why are you that surprised about these allegations that have come to light?
I mean, for me, it's like it's just reliving the whole situation over again, and that to me is the shocking part of it. You know, I block that. That's PTSD. That's trauma that I experienced from back then, and reliving it is really, you know, difficult for me to experience because I've known Cassie since she was 17 years old, and I was like her big sister, as well as her makeup artist. And just watching all of this it's absolutely shocking.
Right, but I mean, the reality is it's just based on what you witnessed that day in 2010, and based on what we've all seen in that other video. The guy, at the very least, was a person who beat up women. And yet the picture you painted of him, of your time with him, you know, in the early 2000s, was actually very positive. And you say you're very surprised and shocked by what's now come out. I wouldn't be shocked if I'd seen what happened to Cassie at first hand and the way you did. I think this guy's a monster. And I'm curious why that isn't what you're thinking, or have you blanked that out?
What? Y'all, now I see. Y'all see, I see y'all in the chat now. I said, tell me where you guys are at. I'm trying to be understanding, okay? I'm just, where are you guys at? Donna O said, well, she's the makeup artist. Was she covering up a lot of the bruises? Jackie, thank you for renewing your membership. Shout out to you, love. Thank you, thank you. Kim said, stop. All right, y'all, let me know in the chat. What are you guys thinking? Let me know. Let me know. Cece said, oh, I can't watch Piers. He's so Shady. All right. She's backpedaling. Yeah, he's like, he's asking her questions and he's calling her out. Y'all pick that? Okay.
Oh, I've absolutely blanked it out all these years because it's something that I was very focused on my career. And so what happened then, you know, obviously we couldn't discuss with anyone. So I had to like blank it out of my brain.
Do you wish with
You know, I had to
hindsight,
continue on and
but do you wish with hindsight, and I'm not accusing you of doing anything wrong. I'm just saying, do you wish with hindsight to prevent him treating other people in such a horrendous manner? Do you wish you'd taken it to the police, to authorities?
Of course, I mean, absolutely. But, you know, these are things that we couldn't do because we were terrified of Sean.
Right. So that's really interesting because that wasn't how you described him at the start of this. So tell me about that. Clearly, there's another side to this guy, to the one that you painted when we first started talking, and the other side to him is appalling, isn't it? I mean, he wielded this power, this influence, this terror over you. Tell me about that.
I mean, like I said, like at the beginning of, you know, my career with Puff, you know, it was just like, you know, we were rising to the top. And like when it got to the point with Cassie, it was like very difficult for me to like just, I mean, deal with that. Like like even right now, it's just it gives me like trauma. And so watching all these allegations unfold, it's I mean, being an industry professional, that's all I cared about. And
there you go. I think that, let me just say this, I think that she saw a lot and that she is remorseful, in my opinion, it's my opinion, that she didn't act upon it. Now, do I think Piers is manipulating the situation here a little bit? I do. I feel like he knows what he's doing here. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. Belen, this is such a good point. Like, why didn't Piers push back on Jaguar, right? When he was, yeah, you're right. Like it's weird because he didn't push back on Jaguar, but he's pushing back on this lady right here that has firsthand knowledge about what has happened, right? He is putting her feet on the fire with the questioning. I think that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But I also feel like Piers needs to. This is something where I think that she's going to have to come to terms with, that she was well aware, not just Cassie, but probably little Kim as well, because she was around them for quite some time, right? She's doing makeup and they're whatever. That's what she's doing. Okay. She was aware. She talked about this in another interview where she was very well aware she had to help Cassie. And Cassie was just a child when, you know, she said she was like I was her big sister, meaning Cassie was just a child when she was around. She was well aware. And she also probably felt the pressure of industry, you know? I wanted to stay in the industry. She just said it. I'm not putting words in her mouth. You know what I mean? Yes, Kim, but there's something she can't say or she's not saying out of fear. I think I think even speaking to her now, it sounds like she's got some fear. You know what I mean? Still. But let me hit play on this, okay?
And like, I don't know what goes on like behind closed doors. So that's not, you know, that's not something for me to like even think about. And so when, you know, watching this unfold has been
No. See, this is no. She knew what was going on behind closed doors. She knew. She couldn't say anything. She just said that, and now she's backpedaling. So she knew. She just probably feels like I think she's guilty. She feels guilty. This is out of guilt, right? Like, okay.
really difficult for me to like, you know, like stomach.
Right, but it wasn't, I mean, just respectfully, it wasn't behind closed doors because in 2010, Cassie came to you after he beat her up.
Well, no, but I was there. I was actually with her that night.
Right, but that's what I mean, is that you knew it was happening because you were there. Do you feel any sense of guilt that you didn't report it?
Of course, absolutely. I feel a lot of guilt. I mean, I've been feeling that this whole entire year, you know, because I wish that I could have done something more. But at the time, we were both very terrified. So it's like, what were we supposed to do?
You said, this is a quote from you, we were always scared of Puff. He's a powerful person. We don't know what would have happened to us if he'd spoken out. He could make you disappear. I mean, that sounds like you're saying he would basically have you killed.
I mean, who knows? Who knows? We were just scared.
Did you genuinely think he might have you killed?
No, I don't. I was just saying that because that's something that, you know, it's a thought. It's just not. I don't know if it would happen. It was a thought.
Well, that's a pretty extraordinary thought to have, Mylah, about someone, isn't it? That they have the potential capability to do that.
Well, it was a thought.
Did you fear he might kill Cassie?
I don't know if I mean, like I said, I don't know. That's not something that, you know, like I have no idea. It's just, you know, to fear that, yes, but you know, to actually like, I can't answer that question. I really can't. It's not.
I feel for her. I really don't think she should have done this interview. Not with Piers. She's done interviews with other networks. Paige, thank you so much for the $9.99 love. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you guys. Guys, can you guys do me a favor and hit that like button, please and thank you. It helps support my channel. Thank you guys, and thank you Paige and everybody else that has been supporting my channel. Thank you guys. I'm sure she witnessed a whole lot. Right, Abraham. That's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like she witnessed a lot. You know. You think she got a payday? Can you guys, all right. So for those, because there's some of you guys, look, even Jackie's like, lies told. Let me know in the chat. For those that are feeling like something's off and she got paid off, explain that. Let me know if you feel that in the chat, because I could see the chat kind of going back and forth on this. You said Piers, no, the royal family is involved with the Epsteins and Diddy's. So he wanted to cover for others. Ooh, wee. You said she was paid? Bracha Mena said he was paid. Okay. All right. No, you don't think she was paid? Oh my gosh. You said, and why is she inviting herself to the witness stand? Bronny G. You think it's a waste of time? You said, Susie said she's paid. Getting slapped or punched causes trauma. That's what, oh my God. You don't know about the payoff, but a threat maybe? Whoa, y'all are, wow. Okay, let me hit play on this, okay? Let me hit play.
He came out, Diddy, after the second attack that we knew about. There have been reports of multiple others. He put a video apology out. Let's take a look at this.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I'm so sorry. I'm committed to be a better man each and every day.
What do you make of that video?
I mean, it was, I didn't believe it.
Right. Because you knew he'd done it before.
Exactly. I mean, if he's done it before, then, you know.
Piers. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I cannot believe I went back. Okay, let me go back to this. But Piers, what is that all about? It's like Piers's energy is like, what are you doing? Me and you, thank you for being a member for 12 months. Thank you. Me, you said I liked it a lot. Thank you, love. Piers, come on now.
It was, I didn't believe it.
She is terrified.
Because you knew he'd done it before.
Exactly. I mean, if he's done it before, then, you know, making an apology letter or apology video, that just holds no value for me.
There are a lot of rumors that he may have had some involvement in Kim's death. What do you feel about those rumors?
I mean, I don't know. I can't answer that question. I mean, those are rumors, and that's not something that I can answer.
Given everything that you've now read and heard about him, do you think it's possible?
Possibly. I don't know. Like I said, I can't answer that question.
The indictments against him center around these freak-off parties where it's alleged a lot of coercion, assault, abuse, drugs, and so on took place. Did you know about these parties? Did you ever attend them?
Absolutely not. I mean, I was there just to do my job, and I don't know anything about those parties. Like, I'm actually in shock to hear about them at this point. Like, I was there to do my job during the working hours, and then I would go home and work the next day. I mean, I had nothing to do with that. Absolutely.
Was it not common?
You don't think she went to the parties? Look at you guys. You said lies. She looks terrified. She made her choice. Me, you said bullshit. Y'all don't think she said she didn't know about the parties. Oh my God. All right. You guys are not. You said Lenise even said she knew. This is so uncomfortable, right? This is why I was watching. I said, this is really uncomfortable, you guys.
Knowledge that he had these late after parties, these freak-offs?
Not for me. I had no idea.
What do you think is going to happen to him, Mylah?
I mean, I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm not sure. It's just, it makes me very sad to see, you know, the outcome of all of this. Like, just to see his legacy, like where it is now and how we started. So it makes me very sad.
Thoughts? Paige says, I think they're trying to take out the black men, rappers especially, only. Her and Jaguar hiding the white men and politicians. How? We know they were there. Things that make you go, 45, love the Diddy party. Paige, you say you love the Diddy party. Did you go to a Diddy party, Paige? Thank you for the 1999 love. But did you Did you go to a Diddy party? Let me know in the chat. I know some people in the chat that said they went to Diddy parties. I don't know. Shout out to Paige. Thank you, Paige. But let me know. Did you go to Diddy parties? You think, okay. Look, I think she did her job and then she went home. So she probably wasn't like aware, of everything. Maybe, I don't know. Paige is like, oh my God, no, Rabbit, I didn't go. I'm just teasing you, love. Okay. You said she's saying Trump loved she's saying Trump loved a Diddy party. Well, there's pictures. I don't know if he went to a party, but there's pictures out there. I've never been to a Diddy party, girl. I have a bedtime. I can't go to no Diddy party. I still. You said what's sad is her. Thank you, Becky. Becky, look at Pinche Becky said, listen, what is sad is her knowing her sister getting slapped around and staying quiet. She said she was like her sister, right? I mean, that's what she said, right? She's choosing her words carefully. I mean, why go to Piers though? Because he's going to try to pull anything and everything.
His children have come out with a...
Gypsy, Wild Gypsy Rose. This is Mylah Morales, who was I just said it earlier in the video. She was the ex makeup artist for Kim and Cassie. This is who is interviewing with Piers. All right, let me hit play.
Powerful statement saying, the past month has devastated our family. Many have judged both him and us based on accusations, conspiracy theories, and false narratives that have spiraled into absurdity on social media. We stand united supporting you, Puffy, every step of the way. We hold on to the truth, knowing it will prevail, and nothing will break the strength of our family. We miss you and love you, Dad. Now, you would expect kids to support their father, but the sheer welter of allegations, the horrific detail that's contained in them, the fact that this has all been run by the FBI, who obviously have, pretty much an impeccable record of conviction with these kind of cases, it is more likely than not now that he's never coming out of prison.
Okay.
And what do I think about it?
Yeah.
I feel very sad for his children, especially his children, because they didn't ask for this, and now they have no mother, and they're not going to have a father, and
that's true.
Really that's devastating for me. Like, the children are, I don't know what I don't know how to look at this.
But again, this is what Diddy caused. This is his doing, not the children, but this is his doing.
Mylah, just for me, what's your biggest regret with all this, given what's now been coming out?
My biggest regret is not coming forward to the police about what happened in 2010.
That's a regret.
Have you now been approached to talk? Have they asked you about that now to do a formal interview?
No.
Are you expecting them to?
I hope not. I mean, this has all been very traumatic for me. Like, all of this.
But if you were called to testify against him, would you do that?
I don't. No.
You wouldn't?
No, I don't think so.
Mylah, listen, I know it's very difficult for you, and like I said,
okay,
I thought he pretended to be.
Hold up. Did she just say that if she was called to testify, she wouldn't testify? Did I hear that correctly, or is it just me? Hold up. I thought I heard her say that.
But if you were called to testify against him, would you do that?
I don't. No.
You wouldn't?
She wouldn't call to testify, but she has a lot of regrets about the reporting. She says she wouldn't. Peg's like, yeah, she did say that. Maybe she didn't understand the question. Donnie, tell me what you're thinking. You said, oh, stop with that. Tell me what you're thinking. She really said that. But if you get subpoenaed, right, like, you don't have a choice. That's what she said.
No, I don't think so.
Mylah, listen, I know it's very difficult for you. And like I said, I'm not making any suggestion that you knew about any of this, other than obviously what you witnessed with Paul Cassie. And I appreciate you joining me.
No, the question is very pointed, though.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. We about to get into some other stuff here. So they had Jason Lee on. For those that don't know who Jason Lee is, he is the founder and host of Hollywood Unlocked. Pretty big personality in the industry. They had DJVLAD, and then they had the attorney that I believe represented Alec Baldwin on the trial. So there's that. If I remember correctly, who the roundup is, but they were having a conversation about just everything Diddy.
But this Diddy After Dark situation that none of us were privileged to go to, thank God. You know, I want to know who are all the people that were there and why are they not being indicted? Why is everything being kept so confidential? Why can't we see more information so we can have a bigger picture? You know, that is the frustrating part, because a lot of us that know these people are still among them, and we would like them to be held accountable as well. I feel.
Okay, shout out to Jason Lee, because I love how he said that. He said, you know, one of the frustrating things is, and I agree, is that why aren't all these other people being indicted as well? Because this is not just Diddy by himself. There are other people that are well aware of what's going on, or what happened at these parties. Okay. So I would agree with Jason Lee on this part. I completely agree. 1000%. The other person, so they have Vlad over here at the very end. And then they have the guy in the green was a former publicist for Diddy. Then this guy right here with the suit is an attorney who was in Alec Baldwin's team during the Russ trial. I'm just saying. I agree. We need more answers.
For his children, like she said, you know, the kids that I do know, I've said many times, are good kids. And reading some of their statements about, you know, their books being pulled, you know, their mother's legacy now being caught up in this whirlwind created by their father and all these allegations has been disappointing to see. But I guess it's just par for the course in today's times.
Ben Chu, you represented Johnny Depp. He obviously went through a whole very highly publicized court case and ended up
Johnny Depp. I'm sorry, not Alec Baldwin.
Being acquitted with Amber Heard of you know, there weren't the serious allegations, but they were certainly quite serious in their own right. When you look at the case against Diddy, it's obviously on a massively bigger scale. But do you think that the FBI basically have their man? Is there enough there, do you think, to get a lengthy conviction?
Here's very good to be with you. Just to clarify, the Deputy Heard case, Johnny was the plaintiff in that civil action for defamation. He had the burden of proof to show that Ms. Heard had lied about the allegations about him and that she did so with actual malice. And
yeah, you know, right, Peg. Like, Depp is not Diddy. You can't even like make a comparison. I'm gonna try to skip over because it's a lot of lawyers speak. I want to get right to where Vlad and them jump in and talk a little bit about their thoughts of the case. Hold up. Let's see. Diddy's former publicist is where it's at. Hold up. Let me see what you guys are saying. You're not a fan of Jason Lee, says Rita. Rita's like, I'm not a fan of Jason Lee. Say more. Will not allow the word love to be ruined by this sick man. Ooh. Queen, say that louder, please, because Vlad is everywhere. Vlad is everywhere.
Than any other star I've ever worked with. And he was also...
This is the publicist, by the way.
Charming, and I hate to use that word because I'm going to look so naive here, but thinking back in that period, he was charming, he had a big smile, and I think this is why he probably got away with it for so long.
You know, I met him a couple of times. I met him at a dinner in London. I met him at an Oscars party in LA. I remember the conversation. We had a conversation about iPhones against Blackberries, and in London, I had quite a long conversation with him, and I saw that charming side to him both times. I was genuinely shocked when all this stuff went on because I'd never seen another side to him. But a lot of people, and I'll bring in DJ Vlad here, I don't think this is such a shock to a lot of people in the hip-hop world, is it?
No.
I don't think it's a total shock, but you're also seeing the hundreds and hundreds of civil lawsuits. I think most of them are nonsense. I think most of them will be either thrown out or settled at pennies on the dollar.
I mean, Vlad, just do.
I can't with Vlad. The shit that he says in the show. All right, like Piers, can you get somebody else besides Vlad? There's so many great hip hop commentators on YouTube that are not Vlad, that don't have the background that Vlad, like, I just wish he would just get somebody else besides Vlad. Oh my God. All right.
Explore that. I mean, what seems extraordinary to people now when we see the sheer scale of these indictments and the sheer volume of people who have been caught up in this is why on earth this wasn't blown up years ago? Why do you think that was?
Well, I think the Cassie lawsuit. I think when that actually became public and you saw the big spotlight on it in the same way that you saw the R. Kelly, documentary come out, the same thing that happened with Harvey Weinstein when it got international attention. I think that law enforcement, their ears perked up and they saw this as a way to actually jump on the bandwagon and to probably make a career with the prosecutor.
Shut the fuck up, Vlad. Look, R. Kelly is not Diddy. What is going on with Diddy is nowhere in comparison to R. Kelly or Weinstein or even Epstein. R. Kelly, there is no comparison to R. Kelly and Diddy. What is happening to Diddy is it is literally different, even in the historically, in the legal sense. The Diddy enterprise is so vast. You have 120 people on one law firm allegedly coming through saying a bunch of things. You know what I mean? And then you have another person, you have all these kinds. It wasn't like that for R. Kelly. Now, mind you, R. Kelly, a lot of things woke up. There was a lot of Me Too, and it wasn't just R. Kelly. You also had Russell Simmons. You've had other people in the industry that have come out and said something. Alexander Wang, another person in the fashion industry, which was, people have forgotten about that one. We got to talk about that one in this weekend, because we're going to talk about Abercrombie and Finch. I'm going to do a deep dive, okay? People need to understand that this is different, and it could definitely shape the judicial system in so many ways, in my opinion, when it comes to Diddy, because of everybody's involvement, because of just how bare it's out there. We've never seen anything like that. You remember, okay, people have forgotten about Alexander Wang. I cannot believe people have, we got to talk about that guy too, along with Abercrombie and Finch. This is historic, guys, very much so.
Jason, on Sunday, new batch of...
Piers, I have an idea. I want to just piggyback on what Vlad said, and Vlad could agree, because Vlad and I, we're tapped into the culture daily. These freak-offs that we're hearing about, I never heard the term freak-off ever, and I've been around for a long time, but we have heard of Freaknik. And if you think about Freaknik back in the day, Freaknik was a cultural destination where every rapper, every woman, everybody wanted to go to, where the purposes of flying to Atlanta was to go out there, have a good time, have sex, hook up with all these people. So that culture back in the 90s was something that the culture thrived on, and that was at a time we didn't have social media, Me Too, cancel culture, all those things. Now, fast forward, Vlad will tell you, there was lots of conversation when the Freaknik documentary came out, because people didn't want to be associated with that era and time that they may have been participating in a time we're in now. And so where you see that people are shaming the freak-offs, there was a lot of these activities that have been happening over the decades. And now what the hip-hop community is resonating with is, who's next? How is it going to catch up with me? I don't want to be affiliated with it. There's a lot of Diddy friends that I can tell you whose names are being rumored to have been around these situations that are being extremely silent right now, because it's almost like a contagious flu and they don't want to catch it.
Right. I mean, Vlad, on Sunday, new lawsuits.
Like the Carters. There's one. And I'm so glad, Paige, that you said this. There's still so much more to this Epstein list, you guys. Like, there's so much more that we still don't know. And what's going to happen there, Yeah, Ashton. Where you at, Ashton? Conveniently, he's everywhere. Like, literally, he's been everywhere in the industry. You want to see him at an Abercrombie poster? He's there. He's in that 70s shows with Danny Masterson, the Scientology stuff, all of that in there.
Dropped against Diddy. In one of them, he's accused of sexually assaulting a businessman in 2022 before a, quote, well-known athlete put a stop to it. Another one says he raped a 13-year-old girl at a VMA after party in 2000 alongside an unnamed male celebrity as a female star looked on. There's got to be a lot of very famous people who were, as Jason says, who were around this scene, around Diddy, around his entourage, everything else, who are reading stuff like this and gulping very loudly that they might get dragged in, aren't they?
Well, I think people are scared to get dragged into the criminal charge. In terms of civil cases, you can name whoever you want to name. Lawyers really don't have to do that much due diligence. There's so many fake lawsuits out there. But for example, I had Teray, the journalist, on recently on my show, and he had actually done an interview recently where he talked about he had one of his male cousins. He actually called Diddy and got him a internship at Bad Boy. And soon afterwards, he actually ended up quitting. And then he told Teray afterwards that Diddy demanded that he spend the night with him in order to keep his job. So he ended up ultimately quitting his job. Diddy's always kind of hid his real sexuality. I personally think he's bisexual, and I think this will come out at some point. I don't know why he doesn't come out already, because there's been so many stories from people.
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nobody cares that this man is bisexual. This isn't a criminal case based on his sexuality. Like, what the... Tabby Cat says they all enabled him. Not one came forward, only victims. Thank you, Tabby Cat. I agree with you. Thank you for the $4.99. I agree with you. Just like, so if he comes out, so say that Diddy makes an announcement from prison or from jail and says, guess what, guys? I'm bisexual. Is that going to make a difference to his criminal case right now? No. Is that going to make a difference? And this isn't about him, whether he's gay or straight. This is a criminal case. There's so much more to this. I hate it. Nobody cares that this man is gay or straight or bi, whatever.
People like Teray who are actually credible. And, from people that actually, like his cousin, who is not trying to sue, who's not trying to get publicity off of it, but these stories have been circulating. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being bisexual. But he should come forward with it, because there are so many allegations at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Chu, issue of other unnamed stars at the moment who may or may not
Nobody cares. He doesn't need to come forward about his sexuality. This is not about that.
get pulled in. How likely is it that these names are all going to emerge?
I think it is likely, and I would respectfully disagree with DJ on that one, because I think even if there's no criminal liability for these people who are onlookers, they can really lose a lot in the court of public opinion. And if you're a prominent individual and you witnessed criminal or other just depraved behavior and you look the other way, that could be devastating to your career. So I think that I think there are a lot of people who were checking their Rolodexes and making sure they weren't at particular parties, because I think it can ruin careers.
And Rob Shooter, one of these, I just named one of these incidences in one of the new batch of lawsuits was from 2000. That's around the time you began to work for Diddy. Did you, in the time you worked for him, have to deal with allegations that came directly to you for a response of any kind in that period?
No, none whatsoever, which is why now, 20 years later, this is also so shocking. When I was with Diddy, he was really rising to the peak of his success, and the opposite.
So this guy right here, the one that's talking, he's the publicist, former publicist for Diddy, okay? So he's talking about he didn't even know, he wasn't there, so yeah.
Happened to me. I had publicists for A-list stars calling to get their celebrities into his parties. I was offered $10,000 once to get somebody into his party. So this was the period when everybody wanted a piece of Diddy. Massive companies too. Clive Davis, Anna Wintour at Vogue, Estee Lauder all wanted a piece of Puffy. So when I was with him, it felt as if he was the king of the world. And I didn't hear any of these rumors. I heard a few rumors that he was gay. I know he had a gay uncle that he would talk about a lot as an inspiration for his fashion collection. But I did not hear the sinister rumors. A little titillation about him maybe being bisexual, but nothing really sinister. In fact, I thought Puffy was a phony. I thought he pretended to be like a gangster, pretended to be tough, where in reality, he was the first to go to bed. After these parties he would throw, he'd be the first call I'd get in the morning, maybe 6 a.m., figuring out what can we leak to Page 6? What can we leak to the entertainment shows? And so all I saw was this working machine 24/7.
And he was obsessed with Prince Harry and William, wasn't he?
He was this is what they throw in there. Thank you for the $14.99 love. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate it. Oh my goodness. I'm just saying you wow, Gypsy Rose says I didn't even know who Diddy was until this. Really? You really? Well, some of y'all may have not known. That's fine. Hey, soul sister, welcome. You are not late. Well, yeah, you are, but it's okay. Shout out to you. Piers Morgan has the weirdest physical twitches. His movements are just off, says Raylan. I agree. Kings be kings. Are people really obsessed with the royals? Like I already told you all. I had somebody write me an email about how because I said yesterday, why is everybody into the royals? What's going on? And everybody's saying how like there's a history. I'm not familiar with the history with the royals. I'm not.
Yeah, absolutely. He used to ask me all the time. I'm British. I live here in America, but he would ask me all the time. I think because I'm British, he thought that I knew them, and I did not. However, I read the newspapers like everybody else, and each day he would text me or call me, wanting to know what was going on with the princes. He asked me on more than maybe 10 occasions if I could get an invite to the palace. I tried to get them to 1, 2, 3 of his parties. They never did turn up. And then what was really bizarre too is when I go to his apartment, he had an entire townhouse basically on Park Avenue. When you turned up at his house, you'd go upstairs in the elevator, although you would go through security, which I thought was a little weird, like at an airport. He had metal detectors when you walked into his home. You'd go up to where he lives, and he would have photographs of him and lots of celebrities. He loved celebrities, but he also had a framed picture of Harry and William, which I thought was quite strange.
That is weird to have pictures of celebrities. It's one thing to have, like, I remember when I was younger, maybe 13 or 12, and I had pictures that I cut out for magazines. Like, that's different. But as an adult, to have pictures, like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Yeah, sounds like a lucky escape that they didn't go to those parties. Vlad, this issue of 50 Cent and his, as he said, he spoke to People magazine defending his criticism of Diddy, saying, look, it seems like I'm doing some really outrageous things, but I haven't. It's really me just saying what I've been saying for 10 years, which is kind of true. For 10 years, he's been calling out Diddy and others. Has he been vindicated, 50 Cent, do you think?
I mean, I don't think 50 ever really liked Diddy. Tony Yayo is a regular on my show, and that's Diddy's right-hand man. And he's always said that whenever they would have meetings with Diddy, he'd be like, listen, I don't like him, but I'll hear what he has to say. And I remember on Drink Champs, he had this one instance where he talked about where he was, I guess, talking to Diddy, and Diddy offered to take him shopping. And he was like, what, like I'm a girl? Like I'm a hot girl that you take shopping? Like, that's ridiculous. So, I think that Diddy always, rubbed 50 Cent the wrong way, and 50 always had a disdain of him. And now that this is happening, Diddy's just joining 50's actually joining the circus. And he's coming out with his own documentary. It's going to be on Netflix. I'm sure that's going to be epic.
Jason, you know this world very well.
There's a lot of conflation. There's a lot of conflation happening, though, because what 50 has been critical about is that, what he said is that Diddy was gay. All the trolling on Breakfast Club and everywhere around media, social media, has been about Diddy's sexuality.
It's always been about Diddy's sexuality, and I think that that's where we need to be careful. I agree with that. Didi, thank you. Tell the people it's hit the like button or get la chancla. I'm working on a little video that I could play where I'm throwing chanclas at people. I like that idea.
I haven't heard him say Diddy slept with a little kid. I haven't heard him say Diddy drug people. I mean, I haven't, but if somebody else has, let me know. I think that there's just been so many different misinterpretations or connections of things that are just muddying the water, right? Diddy parties and Diddy After Dark, two different things. So a lot of celebrities that are afraid to be tied to Diddy After Dark are not coming forward saying like, hey, yeah, we've been to a Diddy party. I've been to a Diddy party. So I think, trying to make sense of.
Wait, did Jason just say he's been to a Diddy party? He just admits to have gone to a Diddy party? Did I hear that correctly?
All of it, it's been mind-boggling because there are so many things being connected to things that are not a thing.
And from what you're hearing, Jason, do you think there's a lot more dominoes to fall here?
Absolutely. I mean, I'll put a name out there that was really close to Puffy, which has been ironically very silent. And I mean silent, is Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell is somebody that is connected to people all over the world, rich, powerful people. And her name, has.
Well, Naomi Campbell's in trouble right now with her finances. There's something going on. She was accused of like stealing money from a foundation or some shit like that. Yeah, but why is she quiet about Diddy right now? Naomi Campbell, come to the principal's office. We have to talk. Gorgeous woman, by the way. Come to the print. Naomi Campbell needs to come to the principal's. We sit down and talk. We got to talk. Don't throw your cell phones at me because I know she likes to throw cell phones. But I do wonder about that. Like she has been very quiet. Naomi, what's going on? What's up? I don't know. You guys, it's a mystery.
It's been coming up a lot recently, and she's been very silent on Diddy, the relationship, wishing any well wishes to the kids. I mean, she's been around through all of these things. And, there's, I think, a lot more to come, and people are very afraid of their name being brought into it because we all don't know what are on those tapes. We don't know what's on the cell phones. We don't know but we all know that the law knows, and soon we should probably find out.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know Naomi Campbell. She's not here to defend herself. I don't think you're making any allegation against her, but she certainly hasn't said anything. And there are a lot of people around Diddy that haven't. And I can understand that if you're completely innocent, but you did know him and go to lots of parties or whatever, you don't want to be tainted by this. So the silence may not be complicit. It might just be fear of getting contaminated. You don't think so, Jason?
No, Piers. No, Piers. First of all, Piers, there are 3 deadly.
He said, no, Piers. Shout out to Jason Lee. No.
People on this panel, me, you, and DJ Vlad, they do not like the fact that the 3 of us are here talking right now. For me, if you showed up to every Diddy party, now not the Diddy After Dark per se, and I don't know who did or didn't, but if you showed up to every Diddy party, or Diddy showed up to all of your parties, and all of a sudden now the world is in a crisis and you're nowhere to be found and you're trying to stop everybody from talking, one would say Smokey the Bear is near the smoke because there may be a fire. I don't know. I'm not saying any allegations. What I will say is that I sipped Ciroc at a Diddy party and went home. I didn't sip Ciroc at a Diddy party and stay the night. And those people that did are going to have a hard time explaining things when the chips start falling.
Look, I think it is going to get bigger before it gets to the end of this, involving a lot of people. Let me bring.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Well, I'm going to stop it right here. Y'all, it is too much. You said JC's the leader. Calling Naomi Campbell. Come on, Naomi. Go to math. 3B. Please come to the principal's office when this message is received. That's right. And yes, isn't Jason linked to Leonardo DiCaprio? And yes, Naomi is linked to, in my opinion, there's something going on, you guys. People are not wanting to support the people that they typically support because they're scared, guys. I mean, that does happen. I guess, what do y'all think? If you were a celebrity and you went to one of these parties, would you be like linked to this? Would you want to respond to anybody? I'm just saying. You said, look at Naomi and Epstein. Oh, Jason Lee. It's too much. You said Naomi has been gone for a while, but she's been getting in trouble over there in the UK. There's some stuff going on with her. I was reading. I was going to talk about it, but yeah, I've been reading about that. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to try to figure this out right here. This thing right here. Got to get it connected to all the devices. I got to figure it out. We got to do the whole little dual screen thingy. Midnight Shadow says they all scared of what could happen to them. Thank you, my love, for being a member for 1 month. Shout out to you. It's a lot going on. I'm going to let you guys go. Please hit the like button. Sylvia, thank you so much again. And everybody else that has supported my channel tonight. Thank you, guys. You guys are amazing. Y'all, and Paige, again, thank you. Tabby, okay, Melly, Canvas and Crime, Jackie for becoming a member. Y'all are amazing. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys supporting my channel. You guys have a great one. I got to get a little thumbnail going for this video. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, and I'm working on a video. We got the editor back and running. I can edit videos now with different effects. I'm so excited. Got to get that going. All right. You guys have a great night. Bye. Hit the like button. Don't be stingy with the likes. Bye, guys.